Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Only One Noodle Podcast. As always, it's me, Jose. This is a very special episode that I'm actually doing right now because, well, first of all, I want to say thank you for everyone who's watched this. I mean, you've seen the audio, but it feels like you need more. I get that you need more, but yeah, but yeah, thanks for listening. I also want to make this as an well. This is the reason why it's a special episode. For one, and when this episode comes out, it is gonna be my birthday, so I will call it. I'm gonna say, yeah, happy birthday to me. Another thing is that I am recording on the 13th of December. So, what does it have to do with anything? It is Taylor Swift's birthday, and there's a reason I mentioned that, and I will get back to that. Um, the thing about sorry, give me a second, guys. My phone's sending me text. Sorry, but yeah, it is a birthday episode for me, and honestly, 32 isn't really on the top of my list of accomplishments. I feel like once you reach a certain age, I mean, it's God damn it, why do they keep texting me? But anyway, yeah, that's actually mostly the case. Also, for those wondering why I sounded so a little flustered last episodes, because last week a certain coworker decided not to show, and it was like, God damn it, dude! Like, really again? And here's the thing: I know that is a bad thing when my store manager, calls me and I see is like, and I already saved his number, and I put him as like where I work, and it's like, God damn it, what do you do now? Um, but yeah, doesn't that's another thing like that I want to bring up. Um, but before I get into that, other than happy birthday to me, I did 32 on Saturday when this comes out. So if you see this on Saturday, hey, happy birthday to me. And also, if you're wondering with the consistency of like when I'm posting videos, whether it's the podcast or some of the other stuff I've been doing, like the intro video and all that stuff, don't worry, that stuff will get out soon. And again, I'm still trying to work this system where I'm like trying to do reactions. Give it time, guys. Give it time. Like, I'll get to it. I'm considering that I actually have three movies to react to. Um, yeah, so yeah, those three Grinch movies, I will be reacting to those. So, fingers crossed. Um, Another one thing I want to bring up, actually, yeah, yeah, this actually is lines into what I'm gonna say. Um, if you're wondering, like why are you doing these reactions, like, and you said that, and then I said that, oh look, it's not gonna be the majority, but here's the thing. Has Hotel, which is the parent gum show of Hell of a Boss. Hell of a Boss is itself you know, the the sideshow, like the spin-off. And honestly, I don't think you should hear that. Sorry, guys, if there's a little if there's a little I'm up with like the audios, because here's the thing. I like to mention right now that have mentioned this before, that I don't live alone. Other than me living with my brother, we are renting a room, and we are renting it from a family that's apparently the family of my niece. Well, on her mom's side. I mean, anyway. And they do have children, and yes, sometimes children cry. They do cry. And reasons why, like, they're not out, I'm wondering, why are you here? Other than, but their answer would be like, well, they live here, of course they're going to be home. I mean, half of them are probably either at work or at school. I mean, I don't know why, like, out of all days. But that's probably just bad planning on me. I didn't know they were here. Because quite honestly, it's like, I don't care. I was like, I don't live here. So, now that I got that out of the way, I would like to get back to the work thing. And I'm going to try to keep it very short, guys, because honestly, I'm not sure how long I am. But anyway, yeah, so the whole work thing. Yeah, my manager called me, say, "Oh, can you fill in on what's his name didn't show up again?" And I'm in my mind, I'm like, again? Like, seriously, what's up with this guy? And for the little context, this is well, a little bit of a history, a little bit of a backstory. But here's the thing: he started a month before me, so he's been there longer. His work ethic is okay. I'm not saying it's great, but then again, I'm not. I mean, I'm okay too. I'm average. So yeah. So, but then it all started when he, decided, to take 2 weeks off from like a family emergency. Turns out that wasn't the case. He just wanted to go be with his girlfriend for 2 weeks. I mean, that doesn't really make sense because why? And then he took off another week, like a week after that, or a week and a half later, like 2 weeks later actually, takes a week off because he's got the oral surgery. And then it's like, okay, all right, okay, fine. That one I can accept. And then a week came back, it's like, oh, I can't come. I'm still not feeling well. Okay. And then, honestly, then that's actually when things started going, like, down. Because, how do I put this? He started not showing up. Saying, oh, I forgot, or I slept in. Then it's like, oh, I don't feel good. And then the week of Thanksgiving, when I took my time off, he has time off too. He comes off, and then I see him, and then one of my coworkers who's upset with him says that, I mean, and she started noticing this like earlier than any of us, but she's like, he says that he's tired, that he doesn't feel very well, and well, yeah, buddy, you came back from buddy, you had like a 10-day break, and all of a sudden you're not feeling well. That's a you problem right there. And it's starting getting worse. And I got to like the final, like the breaking point came when he asked for 3 weeks near Christmas time. And I'm like, bruh, I don't even ask for time off. And even I know this is ridiculous, dude. If anything, here's the thing. If I had to sum it up, he's only been like, I feel like he's been like at work for a week and a half at most. As far as the summer goes, he not even a week, more like 3 days. And I don't mean like 3 full days, 3 days of work. Like basically, I did more work than I did more work in 2 days than he's done in one. Better yet, I've done more work than him in a week. And I'm like, bro, like why even come here? You know? And I talked to a friend of mine. He's like, well, maybe he doesn't need this job. Maybe he's well off. I'm like, bruh, no. That's not the case. If that were the case, then why even work here then? Why work there? And here's the thing. This is where a little professional courtesy comes into play. And it's like, if you don't want to come into work, just say so. If you want to come into work to get paid and you're doing it for the money, fine. Show up. But here's the thing. I need this job because I need to pay bills. It's a necessity for me. It's not like oh, I'm just doing it for the money. Like, screw you guys, see you later. It's more like I got bills to pay. I mean, like, seriously, I got bills to pay. I got a phone bill. I got this. I got that. I mean, it's crazy. And if you don't have respect for that, all I'm asking is a little professional courtesy, all right? At least tell people, like, hey, which he did. He did put, like, okay, I'm going to be gone for these days. But tell us. I mean, this is the guy that I used to switch, like, Sundays with a couple times, like, at least 3 times. And he was fine with it. And I mean, I was actually going to ask him for, like, a couple of days, and, like, I was going to ask for, like, maybe 1, maybe 2 Sundays off because, you know, like, I mean, even then, and here's the thing. Long story short, he's no longer working there where I am. But that's fine. Because I was actually going to, it's funny, I was going to ask him if we wanted to switch because, you know, I close. But anyway, sorry, I had something. But the bottom line is good riddance, actually. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. What made him difficult to work is that he felt like he was in charge. Like, whenever our store manager got, he felt like he needed to, like, take charge, do this, do that. I'm like, bruh. Not only that, he complains about, like, oh, me going slow. Like, dude, I freaking do stuff in the back. All right, that's where most of my time is spent, not in the front. You have the front, and here's the thing: we do have an office with a screen that for the cameras. He's on his phone most of the time. I mean, what work is that? And you're telling me to work better? No, bruh. I don't think so. And another thing, he did one of the well, okay. It's probably a dick move on his part, but this is what happened. The week of Thanksgiving, Monday and Tuesday, I closed with them. When we're cleaning up, we're closing up. We just gotta, like, do, like, quick. I need, like, one more thing to finish, and he says, okay, here's the key. I'm gonna leave because I got stuff to do. Bruh, I got stuff to do. I got stuff to do too, but I have to do this first because it's my job. And he leaves early. I mean, what's the? Honestly, I mean, what's the? I mean, what? It doesn't make sense. Now, it gets worse because he not only all right, it's okay. If he did that once, it was like I would have said, like, oh, he took off. I was like, oh, he's not supposed to do that. Okay. All right, cool. Live and let learn, right? Except he did it again the next day, and I'm like, okay, now this guy's just fucking with me. This guy obviously doesn't want to be here. And here's the thing: if you had stuff to do, why don't you have an opening shift? Why don't you start earlier if you wanted to do that stuff? Don't work nights or close nights if you have stuff to do. Okay? Don't put it on us. Don't put it on me. And I feel like you put it on me to hurry up because, like, dude, I'm doing my job. You should do yours too. Okay? You may be done with yours, but here's the thing, dude. Help out. Help out at least. Jeez. But like I said, long story short, he no longer works with us, and like I said, good riddance. And honestly, this is a good quote that I've heard in the movie. If you all seen American Sniper, then you probably heard this line before, like during the SEAL training, where one of the instructors is like, "You say goodbye, I say good riddance," which is actually fitting, seeing that what he did. But and honestly, screw him, you know. It's like even my other coworkers are like, "Oh, finally!" I mean, thank God he's like glad he's gone now. I mean, we don't have to put up with the bullshit anymore. And honestly, I mean, I don't want to be there when he has to pick up his check. Because honestly, and also, I feel like and here's the thing. I think he sent someone one time to pick up his check, and then our owner's like, no, y'all got to pick up your checks. Don't send anyone else to get your check. Come get it yourself. I mean, I understand that. It's understandable. So I'm still wondering how that's gonna go down like next time because I feel like there's gonna be some a part of me says there's gonna be some harsh feelings. Um, I don't think so, but we'll see though. I mean we don't get our checks till next week, so I mean who knows? I mean we'll see. Maybe it'll surprise me, you know. I mean, honestly, I mean, I don't even know where to end that. I mean, but honestly, let's just move on. All right. Well, now moving on. Well, I did mention Taylor Swift earlier, and for good reason. For one, it's her birthday because this is the day I'm recording, the 13th of December, 1989. I know it because I actually looked up her profile, her biography, and I'm pretty sure all you Swifties out there are pretty much like, you know, I'm not even gonna ask. But if you're a super fan, then yeah, if you're a Swiftie, you know. But there is a reason why I'm actually bringing this up because it was made um, well, if you don't know, she's been named Time Magazine's Person of the Year. And as much as good for her actually, not bad. However, there are a few people who are actually not so. Um, huh. How about this? There are some people who feel like she deserved it, but are like, how there's a but between there's like she deserves it, but and one of those people who disagrees with that, it would be Chris Wallace from CNN, who did an interview, well, not an interview, who had like a panel, and he says that other people were more deserving. And he started off by saying, I'm a Taylor Swift fan. I like her work. I like her earlier stuff, which I can respect. I mean, I like some of her old work too. Her first three albums, I feel like, well, up until Speak Now, actually. But he said that other people have been more deserving, like the guy who developed like the AIs, or I don't know what his name is, and I don't even know his name, but the Chinese president. Which honestly, why would you give it to him? Seeing, considering what's going on in China right now. But the thing that he said is, it feels like it's a marketing ploy. I feel like this is all just a business strategy. And not only that, he's on CNN on his own show, and he has like sorry, sorry sorry if I'm buffering up. I'm sorry, like I don't know what's going on, but It's gonna bother me. But honestly, the thing about that is that he says that it's a marketing ploy, and because like I feel like this was all fixed, and he also put out that it wasn't Person of the Year until 1999. 1999 was actually the year they actually started doing how to put this. It's the because honestly sorry guys, I'm kind of fidgeting with my camera here. But basically, it says, it's just basically a ploy, to. Anyway, sorry guys. I mean, I'm not sure if if the it's like if the not the if the like if the footage seems a little choppy. Now, since it's my birthday, well, when this comes out, I want to take a sorry, I like to take a time to point out like what I'm doing. Because here's the thing, on my birthday, I'm getting tattooed because it's like, come on, it's my birthday, I kind of need this. I mean, I could have gotten a tattoo at any time, but why my birthday? Is because I mean, it feels better. And honestly, I feel like I should take the time to point out like a little something of something. So recently, I took an ancestry test, and honestly, I mean, I was surprised by the results. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, because here's the thing, I'm Mexican, so I knew I would have some Spaniard in me. But honestly, it's more on the lines of like, what else is comprised of me? Like, for example, obviously it says that, like, obviously, like, and also it came with a trait one. And it says I like spicy food, which honestly isn't really like much of a surprise. I mean, I like spicy food already, so it doesn't really matter. But here's the thing: I looked at my genealogy, and it says I'm 50% indigenous. So there are like, for example, there are native people in Mexico, and yes, this is before the Spanish arrived. It was mostly made of indigenous people. My DNA is made of mostly comprised of that, you know. But honestly, it's not bad. 58%. I mean, I'm not bad. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to. But anyway, also part of my genealogy. Sorry, it takes long. But another part of me is 25%. Spanish. So, which I mean, here's the thing: if you're Mexican, chances are you're gonna find some indigenous in you, and you're gonna have some Spanish in you. And I'm gonna bring that up because I kind of had a discussion where I felt like it was a heated argument. It could have been a heated argument, but whatever. So I am 50% Basque, which is like also in that region like of Spain, like near like close like near like near France, but no French. So like not to rip on the, but yeah, 7% Basque. 2% Northern African, 2% Sardinian, from the island of Sardinia, which is that island, which is like an island like near Italy, northern Italy. So yeah, I got 2% Italian in me. Yay. Um, Apennine Mountain Range. I don't know. It doesn't say which like I'm close to the Italian Alps. That's what's been mostly telling me. Um, Honestly, I mean this is pretty much what I'm getting from northern Italy. But yeah, it's also telling me, oh, I got like, Sardinia. And it's like south of Corsica, which that island is French. The bottom island is Italian. Um, I don't know. I feel like since it's part of like Italy, I feel like that should be part of it. So I don't want to make it. Oh, I don't want to say like, oh, I'm 4% Italian. It's like, but since it's northern Italy and then like connected to like heritage from a southern like tropical island, it makes sense. Makes sense. 2% Scot. So yeah, 2% Scottish. So hey, I mean that one actually took me by surprise, to be honest. Like I didn't expect some Scottish me to be in there. Um, Not bad. I am 2% Northern African, so and by Northern Africa I mean like Sahara region, like Mediterranean, like in that area right there. It's close to the Mediterranean Sea. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of culture is up there. I mean, it's primarily like in like Algeria, Libya, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Tunisia, Western Africa. Mm, Honestly, doesn't say like what cultures are mixing, but it doesn't matter. Honestly, also I do have 1% from and here's the thing: it says Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu, which honestly, not thanks, I guess. Because it says it's only found in Angola, Cameroon, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Namibia, whatever. Republic of the Congo, Zambia. Regardless, there's some African in me. No, that doesn't mean like, oh, I can start acting like a black guy and like, oh, I get the N word pass. No, I don't get that. I don't get that. I've had black coworkers who call me the hard, like, who call me the N word, but that's like not as in like an ignorant, like an ignorant like motherfucker, but more like my, it's like and like oh my N word, as in my homo, my homie, that kind of thing. I mean, can see, and finally I have 1% of Aegean, Aegean, which is basically like those islands like near Greece and all that. I don't want to say. I don't want to see Greek. I don't want to because that kind of sounds a little condescending when I say, "Oh, I'm part of Greek. I'm 1% Greek." Honestly, it's and now you're probably wondering why I have the window down there. Well, obviously, I figured, you know what, since I'm going to do reaction videos, I'm actually decided to look up an article for the segment that I like to go, Have You Heard? And for those who, haven't, ooh, sorry about that. But for those who are new, what Have You Heard is basically a segment that I like to show, like, things in the news that you might have missed out on that weren't technically headline news. So, with this, and keep in mind, guys, I'm like listening, like, this is like, very, very. Alright, anyway, so yeah. And today's version of Have You Heard? Rizz is Oxford's 2023rd. Sorry about that. Get rid of that. Rizz is 2023's Word of the Year. Here's what it means. The viral term beat out top finalists Prompt, Situationship, and even Swiftly. But honestly, I don't think we need to know what Swiftly is. I mean, I feel like that's a no-brainer. I feel like that doesn't even need to be in the dictionary. Urban Dictionary, perhaps at least. So, since they added Rizz to the Oxford Dictionary, this is the word of the year, is Rizz, and let's see. Now, obviously, it defines the viral term, which is short for charisma, as someone's ability to attract another person through style, charm, or attractiveness. Rizz can also be used as a verb, most commonly in the phrase rizz up, which similarly to chat up means to attract, seduce, or chat up a person. And this is based on Oxford. Another popular iteration of the word is Rizzler, a title given to an individual who well possesses a lot of Rizz. The term was even included in a viral song parody, which features the lyrics, "Staking out your gat for the Rizzler. You're so skibidi. You're so fun." Okay, I'm not reading that. Anyway, Oxford's Word of the Year 2013 was selected by a team of language experts, and more than 32,000 votes. Has become a staple of Gen Z and Gen Alpha slang since its first coin. Rizz even received the Merriam-Webster stamp of approval in September, becoming one of 690 new words to get added to the renowned dictionary. Like, jeez. Let's see. And obviously you saw a picture of Tom Holland and Zendaya, which I feel like has something to do with this. According to the Oxford Dictionary, use of the word has increased dramatically this year. And in June, Tom Holland even fielded a question about the secret of his Rizz. And really, he's 27. No need for Rizz because he's happy in love with his girlfriend Zendaya. Which, and by the way, yo, I don't know what it is, man, but yo, man. I mean, obviously he's seen you before. And here we are, guys. This is the end of the episode, and as always, time for me to give my final thoughts. Well, let's see. What we learned is that, professional courtesy is any kind of courtesy that goes a long way when you're at a workplace. It works with, with talking to people, not both like clients, customers, patrons, whoever, as well as your coworkers, your managers, your bosses, everyone. There needs to be communication, And if and if you take advantage of those things and you don't see it, basically, if you're not being professional, then what's the point of being professional? You don't like the job, then maybe this isn't a job for you. Maybe find some place where it's like, I don't like this job, I don't like this job. I'm gonna look for something else. Go to a job that actually makes you happy, I mean, if you want to work like at a food restaurant, or you want to work at a supermarket, a department store, or the mall, hey, that's you. That's because you chose it. I mean, if you want to get a better job, I mean, you can either go to college so you can actually get a degree. And I know these days getting a college degree doesn't really mean anything to some people. But believe me, it works. If you want a better life, and think of it like this, it's a certification. It's a requirement. And here's the thing: you enjoy your time in college if you're going for that, because it's but that's reality. But it helps because you're gonna get a job that actually pays you better than what you were being paid like before. If anything, you'll probably be paid like twice as much as you were working as with a high school diploma. Even if you get your AA, it still works because you're still getting paid more. But the point is, you need professional courtesy. Do not be that person who says, I can do whatever I want because I am in charge. And here's the thing, no one's in charge unless they put you in charge. And here's the thing, when you're giving a little bit of power, you can get a little overboard with it. So, just don't be a dick, Just do your job. Do your job, and if this isn't a job that you don't like, maybe it's time to move on. Pick something that works for you. Don't just pick a job because, it's available. Pick a job because, I need it because I need the money to pay for this and that because, I got bills, I got responsibilities. Don't do it because, I just want the paycheck. That's not what the point of a job is. The point of a job is to, earn a living, make a living, support a family if you have one. But, it's not for everyone. We also learned that not everyone is happy with results. And as for in the Taylor Swift situation I mentioned, it's like, yeah, cool, not everyone's going to like the result. But that's okay, there's always next year. I mean, there's people who are on that final list that, I was still were on that list, like the Chinese president, which wasn't there, but it is what it is. But at least he didn't win. Because you gotta remember, a few years back, Donald Trump was on that. And many people were upset about that. I mean, I think this is the lesson on, when it comes to that kind of thing. I mean, to some people, it may not mean anything anymore. But to some people, it's like they know they reach cultural status. Even if it doesn't mean an actual cultural status,